Good morning, Rabbi. Thank you for coming. Please help yourself to breakfast anonymously sponsored. You know, many probably wonder, you notice when God forbid somebody passes away, we usually try to bury the body the same day. And what's the reason why? And the reason comes from this week's parasha. There's a reason why we bury the body right away. But if there's a funeral and you have a situation, Kavod Hameis, you can postpone it according to the Gemara. Where do we learn this from? The Torah says when you have somebody convicted and he's hung by the court, by the way, when the courts hang somebody, you're not allowed to hang somebody like you see in the Westerns. That's forbidden because, you know, where you see in the way when they hang somebody, that's forbidden according to Torah law. It's forbidden to hang somebody alive as punishment. You're not allowed to do it according to the Torah law. What you see in the movies is forbidden by the Torah law, because the reason being is that when somebody's hung by a rope, his body weight is contributing to his death, and one is not allowed to contribute to one's death. Therefore, the sword, the rope, everything that the tree that he was hung on is buried with him. It has to come from communal funds. Cannot come from himself. A person cannot contribute to his death, even in capital crimes. So the question that we're raising right now.
So how is he killed?
Well, they take, you know, they put him in manure and they take like a handkerchief and they pull him. It's a whole ritual.
Strangulation.
Yeah, strangulation, but not hanging. They hang the body after when he's dead, but not before, and that's forbidden by Torah law. So here we have a situation where, according to the Gemara, you're supposed to, the Torah says, "Lo solam and blasol eight." Now, I'll leave the body overnight on the tree. That's why we bury somebody right away. But the Gemara says, if it comes for Kavod Hameis, with honor a dead person, you're allowed to postpone the funeral. So the question is, why is one allowed to postpone a funeral for Kavod Hameis? We learn in Pirkei Avos, what's one of the things that takes somebody out of the world? Like kinnev, kavod, jealousy, kavod, honor, to get somebody out of this world. When somebody goes to the world of truth, he sees the honor of this world is all nothing. So why do we postpone a funeral when the Torah said you shouldn't leave a body overnight? Why do we postpone a funeral in order for Kavod Hameis? So Zalman Saraskin brings down a message which answers the question. And the Medrash says when somebody passes away, God says to the angels, so-and-so has died. Go and ask if he was righteous. So the question is, how amazing. God doesn't know if a person is righteous. He needs to ask the angels, go down to earth and see if the person is righteous or not. Everything is known to God. Why is this the case? So the answer is a person's tafkid, a person's purpose in life is to create a kiddush Hashem, sanctification of God's name. So God's saying to the angels, go down to earth and see what they're saying about this deceased individual. Did he honor God? Did he create a kiddush Hashem, sanctification of God's name? And therefore, did he learn other people to do this thing? So therefore, when the angels go and they come to the funeral and they hear how people are talking about this individual, what good things he did, how he sanctified God's name, that augurs well for the individual of the heavenly body. That is why we postponed a funeral for Kavod Hameis, because it's important for angels to hear and for God to get a report back from the angels that this person led a life. In fact, when we say Kaddish, we don't talk about the dead. May God's name be sanctified and glorified, etc. That's the whole topic of life, and even Kaddish is to glorify God's name, and that's why we're able to postpone the funeral for Kavod Hameis. Have a wonderful Shabbos. Reb Chanan Mekadosh Dvar Zakos Es Yisrael Z'Mechav Nantzei Torah, the Kaddish Rabbana.